Before Pele, Eusebio, Jesse Owens, and even the legendary Jackie Robinson, there was a man who defied the odds and shattered the barriers of prejudice and color to grace the hallowed grounds of professional football. A pioneer whose speed and athleticism left spectators awestruck and opponents grasping at shadows. Yet for decades, his story remained hidden, a forgotten chapter in the history of the beautiful game. Who was this remarkable individual who blazed a trail in a time of stark racial divides? Prepare to be amazed by the extraordinary life and legacy of a true sporting hero, a man whose impact on world football resonates even today. His name, once obscured by the mists of time, is now emerging as a symbol of hope, inspiration, and the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. Born under the blazing sun of Accra, Ghana, then the Gold Coast, in 1865, Arthur Wharton's life story reads like an adventure novel. While his early years hinted at a more traditional path, with aspirations for a career in the church or perhaps as a teacher, fate, it seemed, had other plans. Young Arthur, bless his soul, probably thought he'd be spending his days reciting scripture or wrestling with unruly grammar rules. Little did he know, he was destined for greatness of a different kind. A greatness that involved mud, sweat, cheering crowds, and a rather hefty leather ball. Now here's where things take a hilarious turn. Imagine this pious young lad, fresh off the boat from Africa, suddenly discovering he could outrun a cheetah and stop a cannonball with his bare hands. Well, almost. It turns out that Arthur wasn't just quick, he was lightning in cleats. 'Tis like finding out you're secretly a superhero. A super speedy, goal-keeping superhero, that is. This unexpected talent for sports, particularly football, threw a rather spectacular wrench in his plans for a quiet life of contemplation. Who needs sermons when you can deliver a thunderous goal kick, right? And so, with a mischievous grin and a twinkle in his eye, Arthur embarked on a journey that would change the face of football forever. Arthur Wharton wasn't just content with being a phenomenal footballer, oh no. This man was a walking, talking sporting spectacle. He burst onto the scene as a record-breaking sprinter, leaving his competitors in the dust, quite literally, setting a world record for the 100-yard dash in 1886, etching his name in history as the first sprinter to run 100 yards in 10 seconds. Imagine the scene. Victorian gentlemen with their monocles popping out as this blur of athleticism whizzes past, leaving them wondering if they'd accidentally stumbled onto a horse race. Wharton's speed was legendary, earning him the nickname the Darlington Flyer. He could practically outrun his own shadow, and probably did on several occasions, just for the fun of it. But hold your horses, because this is where it gets even more ridiculous. Not satisfied with conquering the track, Arthur decided to dabble in a bit of cycling, and you guessed it, football. This man was like a Victorian-era version of Bo Jackson, juggling sports with the ease of a seasoned circus performer. He'd go from cycling races to football matches, probably still in his cycling gear, leaving everyone wondering, is that the same guy who was just zooming around on a penny farthing? Now picture this. A young, talented black athlete trying to make a name for himself in a sport dominated by white players in Victorian-era England in the 1800s. Not exactly a walk in the park, right? In an era where social divides were as rigid as a starched collar, Arthur faced prejudice and discrimination at every turn. But like the true champion he was, he refused to let these obstacles define him. He let his talent do the talking, silencing critics with his incredible performances on the pitch. He was a pioneer, a trailblazer, and a true inspiration, paving the way for future generations of athletes. Now brace yourselves for the moment history was made. Arthur Wharton didn't just break records on the track, he shattered barriers in the world of professional football. First, he signed with Preston North End, a powerhouse team at the time, and then with Rotherham Town, officially becoming the world's first black professional footballer. Can you imagine the audacity? This was a time when black men and women were in chains because of the institution of chattel slavery, and professional footballer and black man were rarely uttered in the same breath, let alone used to describe the same person. Arthur, however, didn't just break the mold, he smashed it to smithereens with a thunderous volley. Life as a pioneering black footballer was undoubtedly a roller coaster. Imagine the cheers mixed with jeers, the awe-inspiring saves met with whispered prejudices. Despite facing discrimination and societal hurdles, Arthur's talent shone brightly. He was a force to be reckoned with on the pitch, a fearless goalkeeper who commanded his area with unmatched athleticism. He was known for his acrobatic saves, lightning reflexes, and a knack for the dramatic. Think of him as the original Black Panther of the football field, defying gravity and expectations with every leap and dive. Arthur Wharton wasn't just a goalkeeper, he was a showman, an entertainer, a true pioneer who redefined the role and inspired generations to come. His legacy lives on, not just in the record books, but in the hearts of those who cherish the beautiful game. Let's be real, 19th century England wasn't exactly known for its progressive views on race. It was a time when outdated stereotypes and prejudices were, shall we say, quite fashionable amongst the upper crust. So imagine our hero, Arthur Wharton, navigating this social minefield with his head held high, defying the narrow-minded views of those who couldn't see past the color of his skin. He faced discrimination with remarkable resilience, proving that talent and determination know no color. Talk about a Victorian-era icon of tolerance. Now, being a pioneer isn't just about breaking racial barriers. It's also about facing the very real struggles of economic instability. Arthur, despite his athletic prowess, wasn't immune to the financial hardships of the time. He juggled multiple jobs, from mining to coaching, all while pursuing his sporting dreams. It's a testament to his grit and perseverance, a reminder that even legends have to hustle. And let's not forget the sheer mental fortitude it must have taken to constantly challenge the status quo, to be the first in a world that wasn't always welcoming. But here's the thing, Arthur's struggles weren't in vain. His extraordinary career, his unwavering spirit, and his undeniable talent slowly chipped away at the prejudices prevalent in English society. He helped pave the way for future generations of Black athletes, proving that they deserved a place on the field, on the track, and in the hearts of fans. He may not have single-handedly eradicated racism, oh how we wish, but he certainly left a lasting impact, inspiring countless others to chase their dreams regardless of the obstacles in their path. Now that's what we call a true legacy. Arthur Wharton's legacy is like a ripple effect, spreading far beyond his own lifetime and transforming the landscape of football forever. Imagine a world where the likes of Rashford, Sterling, and Mbappé were absent from the pitch. Unthinkable, right? Well, Arthur's pioneering spirit helped make their presence possible. He was the original trailblazer, the one who dared to dream and defy, opening doors for generations of Black players to grace the world stage. He might not have had a fancy endorsement deal or a social media following, but his impact on the beautiful game is immeasurable. Now let's fast forward to the 21st century, where diversity in football is celebrated. Mostly, let's be honest, there's still work to be done. Arthur Wharton, once a forgotten hero, is finally getting the recognition he deserves. His story resonates with the current movements for equality and inclusion, reminding us that the fight against prejudice is an ongoing one. He's a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of perseverance, and a reminder that even in the face of adversity, one person can make a world of difference. So the next time you witness your favorite footballer of African descent on TV dominating, remember the name Arthur Wharton, the man who helped make it all possible. Arthur Wharton's story is incredibly relevant today, reminding us that the fight against systemic barriers requires marathon-level determination, pun intended. His unwavering spirit in the face of prejudice offers a potent lesson in resilience. Imagine facing the discrimination he did and still achieving greatness. Talk about a masterclass in overcoming adversity. Wharton's story is a beacon of hope, reminding us that even when the odds are stacked against us, we can achieve extraordinary things. But Arthur's legacy isn't just about the past, it's about shaping the future. He's a symbol of courage, reminding us to challenge the status quo and celebrate diversity in sport. His story encourages us to champion inclusivity and push for a world where everyone, regardless of their background, has an equal opportunity to shine. Let's honor Arthur's legacy by keeping the conversation going and working together to create a truly inclusive sporting world. After all, as Arthur might have said, the only limits are the ones we set for ourselves. Okay, maybe we paraphrased a bit, but you get the gist. Arthur Wharton's extraordinary life was a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity and shatter barriers. He was more than just an athlete. He was a pioneer, a symbol of hope, and an inspiration to generations of footballers who followed in his footsteps. His legacy extends far beyond the records he broke and the saves he made. It lies in the path he forged for a more inclusive and diverse sporting world. As we celebrate his achievements and remember his struggles, let us also recognize the ongoing need to champion equality and fight against discrimination in all its forms. Arthur Wharton's story is a powerful reminder that the pursuit of dreams knows no color, and that true greatness lies in the courage to defy expectations and pave the way for a better future.